Hello, ActiveSage here on the Sage channel, and it's been a little while since I've updated the Industrial Cockpits and More mod pack, but I finally got back around to it. If you don't follow me on Twitter and don't follow my Patreon, well, you probably don't know, I had designed quite a few different designs for what was coming next in this mod, and then ended up reworking them, and in the process of, well, designing them in the first place, my dog had an assortment of seizures again. He's on even stronger meds now, so he's fine. We're just monitoring him, hoping he doesn't have any more. Don't worry, he's fine. Check my second channel and my Twitter for more information. But it delayed this mod a little bit, and then I also ended up coming down with a rather notable ear infection that literally left me bedridden for about 2 days before I, well, started feeling better, and then I went back to the doctor because my other ears started hurting, and it turns out I got an ear infection in my other ear as well. Oh, and the first one, my eardrum had just burst. So, yeah, if you don't follow me on Twitter and Patreon and all that, or my second channel, which is just sort of random vids, you might not have known, so it's been a bit of a, well, this month has not exactly been ideal, so that's one of the reasons why this hasn't been updated so much. Anyhow, finally, this mod is updated though, and we added in this block right here. It's a thruster block, a hydrogen thruster block, so if you're to hop into the ship, I'll try to go through this relatively quickly, and it works just like your standard hydrogen thruster. It's got the same output as one, takes the same amount of fuel, all that nonsense. Of course, if the devs ever update their thruster, I'll have to go back and retweak this to keep it matched with it, but overall, it's basically just a model swap. It's a different model. Mind you, it's not really a model swap because the original thruster is still in the game. I'm not replacing the devs thruster. You can see it's still right there, but we have our new one right there. And if you want to find it in your G menu, you simply scroll down. There you go. I've started another line here where I'm going to start putting thrusters in there. Plan to have an even smaller one, so we can have the itty bitty ones for these little outputs right there. And in the future, I'm also going to go ahead and maybe take this shiny metal texture that we have right here and apply it to a ton of small little conveyor pipes, so you can have all sorts of shiny metal all about. Anyway, that's what I've done, is I've built this thing up, and if we were to go ahead and fly ourselves over here, you can actually see that, just like all my other blocks, these can indeed be colored. So I've gone ahead and colored in a few of them right here, just stuck them on top of each other. If we were to look down the center of them and turn on a light, the lighting is a bit odd inside. I don't know, I think I might have some pinch things I might try to fix, but considering it's supposed to be where the thrust comes from, it doesn't really matter that it's dark. And I've also added a new texture to this texture pack. It's the dark, well, I say dark, the orange texture right here, which is another painted metal. And you can see we do also have build states for it, so it starts out as just a simple metal grid and then bumps itself up to a slightly more advanced metal grid with these little pipings on the insides of it before coming up to the full finished version. As I said, if you follow me on Patreon, you will have seen some of the other designs I had for this. It was getting a bit busy, which actually didn't fit with a lot of the other conveyor things, where one of the beautiful things about these is if we were to fly over here, which is very similar to the area we started out over there with all those big structures I built in the past, you can see these fit very well with the already existing conveyor pipes that I've stuck in everywhere. So it sort of looks like the conveyor pipe sort of bursts open to this awesome little beastie shooting thrusters out of it, which I like quite a bit. Let's hop into here just so you can see this big thing move with all of them. Works pretty well. I did tweak the glares and stuff on these a tiny little bit, but overall it shouldn't be too bad. So anyway, that's what I've added. It took way longer than it should have because of the reasons I mentioned, but hey, we're back. We should be able to slightly get in the swing of things. My hearing is still a bit wank. That's an odd way to say that. A bit off. But hopefully it'll get back to normal. I'm still every now and again feeling my left eardrum, well, clog up, and then I'll get itchy and poke it, and all of a sudden I can hear again, because I burst my eardrum again. Dagnabbit. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go down to the planet really quickly just to show you what these look like down there. Oh my god, hello. Okay, where is it? There it is. So I've set up a few little ships down here with these thrusters set up on them. Here we go. Same one that we just saw in space, and you'll notice that the lighting's changed here. When the next dev update goes to public, I think my textures might all break, but currently I don't know how to fix that because it looks like they're just not linking up to the right texture pack. So, well, I'm looking into that so that whenever dev update goes to live, we're not going to have a massive issue. Hopefully I'll be able to get that sorted before that actually goes to live. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with these. Pretty simple. I think that's about going to do it for this video. One last thing I do have to do, of course, is thank my patrons, my Patreon buddies, and those that just directly donate to me on PayPal. Really appreciate that stuff. I'm really sorry, guys, that I wasn't able to get this stuff out a bit sooner recently. Like I said, I've had a lot of issues this month. It's been a rough month. a very rough month. Yikes. Anyway, let's read out all of our new donators or patrons this month. So, first off, we'll start with PayPal, since we only had one new person pledge anything directly to me there, and that was a Robert P. Thanks a bunch, buddy. Much appreciated. Always appreciate any direct donations through PayPal, especially after this month, which, my folks helped out with a lot of the puppy bills, but yikes you do land. Anybody who wants to help out, it's much appreciated, even if it's just like $5. I advise not to give like $1 though on PayPal, because there's like percentages like eaten up and advantages. Patreon, if you want to sign up to my Patreon though, go ahead and feel free to give me a singular dollar every month, because it'll add up over time. I believe that should be all right. I believe so. Anyway, we do have a bunch of people who did pledge this month on Patreon, so I'm going to go ahead and read you all out. We have a Cody S, an Aaron F, an Alex S, an Adam J, Jensen, a Gethin W, I think, not sure if I said that right. I think of Geth from Mass Effect when I see that name, Gethin. A Ray, or Raya, 31, very interesting name. I'm assuming it's just a username, but I'm curious as to if there's more story behind it. Raya 31, very interesting. Opsig S, and I think it's a username too. It's a very interesting one. Opsig Stabber. Very interesting name. Don't know if I'm mispronouncing it. If I am, please correct me. I find it very interesting. And then Pillowy G, which I'm going to read out because I also believe it's a username. Pillowy Giant. Because if your actual name was Pillowy Giant, that would be quite interesting. Anyway, those are our PayPal and Patreon new donators this month. Most of those were, of course, Patreon people. I much appreciate it. And again, guys, I'm sorry that this month had such delays in it, and really wanted to update this more, but I've been under the weather. My brain's been befuddled, and then I ended up getting addicted to No Man's Sky and Deus Ex, and then, of course, with me being so out of it mentally because of these ear infections, I haven't really been able to think very clearly at all. Hopefully, next month will bring with it far greater successes, and, well, overall things should hopefully go better with just creating YouTube videos, of course, as well as actually moving forward with this mod more. Like I said, I want to get more pipes in there, I want to get small hydrant thrusters, and I still have to build the tall version of the latest cockpit that I put out. Anyway, guys and gals, that's it. Thanks a bunch to everyone who's watched. Thanks a huge amount to everyone who has pledged to me in any sort of way. Much appreciated. It's always nice to have those PayPal amounts that people had given. I haven't taken anything out of my Patreon account yet. I'm letting it just sort of build up there. But the PayPal stuff I have taken out because, well, medical bills and stuff were like, oh, all right, I have insurance. It covers most of this, but it still hurts here and there, and I still have to buy this over-the-counter medicine, and these are adding up a little bit, and my puppy needed to, oh my god, that's a lot of money, and even though my folks are helping, oh my god. I've spoken way too much about that here. That sort of babble is for my other channel. Just look up Ectosage, youtube.com/user/Ectosage. You'll find me babbling about who knows what over there. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter, which I do babble there as well. That's VideoSage. I believe it's video_sage. Anyway, there'll be a link to that in the description down below as well if you'd like to see that. Anyway, mods updated. Hope you guys enjoy. I've babbled enough, and I shall talk to you guys and gals next time. Ta-ta.